Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new or not subscribe my channel, please subscribe to my channel, like and share with your friends. Today I am going to show you an another project, the library management system built using Java, Spring Boot and MySQL. If you are a Java or Spring Boot learner, this project will help you to understand how to build real-world application with complete backend logic, database connection and RESTful APIs. Let's get started. I will explain everything step by step from database design to API flow. Library management systems is a software that helps manage the daily operation of a library. Things like adding a new books, registering members, issuing and returning books, and even tracking fines or late returns. Managing books, we can add the book delete books for the book. Managing members, students, staff, public users, issuing and returning books, tracking due dates and fines, generating reports. So learning, you will get here create a RESTful API using Java and Spring Boot, how to establish a database connection between IntelliJ and MySQL. We have a book, uh, in book table, we have book ID, title, author, category, publisher, total copies, available books. In member table, we have member ID, name, email ID, phone, address, membership date. In issue table, we have issue ID, book ID, membership member ID, issue date, due date, return date, fine amount. And fine table, we have fine ID, member ID, fine amount, fine date, and fine paid. Uh, First, we need to set up our project. Just move to Google Chrome and search for Spring Initializer. And, uh, and we will click on the stars.spring.io and the UI will be open like this. In project section, we have chosen as a Maven language. By default, we have choose Java and Spring Boot. By default, it is 3.5.7. It is the stable version as of now. And the group I'm giving a name as a RAM and an artifact library. And in description and packaging, we are just giving Java 17. We are giving and in this section it is completed. There is a requirement of some dependency. First dependency we require a web application, and then we require data gateway. Since I'm using the MySQL database, then MySQL database driver required. Uh, Everything is completed now. Then we have click on the generate button and generate our project. By default, once we click on the generate button, it will automatically download it in our download folder. Then we have to move to the download file folder, and it is like hitting the zip from. Then we have to unzip this. Just click on the right button, and there is a extract all. Click on extract all, and it will extract all. And then we have to move to the IntelliJ ID, and we have to open in IntelliJ ID. In the download folder, it is already downloaded in library. Just choose this and this. Now our project is already set up. The first we are going to set up our database connection. In application.property, we have to add the database connection URL, user ID, password. The first we have to do that. In this one, we will need to add Spring dot data source URL JDBC colon MySQL colon slash slash localhost colon 3308 colon library. So my database URL is the localhost colon 3308, and I need to create our database library. So first I need to create this. Just move to the MySQL workbench, and here we use a simple command create database library. The database library is created. Uh, yes, the library is created. I am just giving this in my library name, and then is we need to give the username as well. Data source dot username. Username is root. Here is the password. One, one, two, three, four, and string GPU dot hibernate dot ddl for equal to update. So this will basically whenever we are creating any class and just annotating that that class is the aggregate entity, it will automatically create the table in our database in library database. So this one is completed, and here we need to add some packages. Uh, we need to create a convert package, and service modern and repository. The first time we have to create a book class. Just giving the annotation at the entity and private long book ID. Since this is the primary key, we need give the annotation as book ID and generate values generation type dot identity, and we have other attribute as a title, private title. We have private string category, and then we have author, private string author, private string publisher, and private integer total copy, total copies, and one more private integer available copies, and we also need to add a getter and setter. I just click on right and generate button, greater and setup. I need to change this refactor below books. Now we are going to create a books repository. Books repository as interface extended extends JPA repository, and here we are giving books as a class and long as a primary key. And you need to give the annotation as a repository, and in service we have to create the class name book book service and give the annotation as a service, and we are going to create books controller. In book controller, first annotation we needed our REST controller and request mapping given as a API slash books. We are going to create our first API. Before that, we need our object of book service. We are going to inject using auto automatically inject the beans of book service private book service, and here we are going to our first API. It is a post mapping slash add public JSON node here bits, and in this API I am going to create an update. I am giving the name as a create or update. Just passing the JSON node and return book service create or update bits. This is the first segment. I just passing the JSON node, and here we refer also the request body. This method is not available in our book service. First, we need to create this. In the book service, we need a bean of books repository. First, I need to inject this using the auto add. Inject auto add private books repository, and for the mapping, we need final object mapper equal to new object mapper. This object mapper will help you to serialization and deserialization, JSON to Java object and Java to JSON object. And here first we check object no response object mapper dot create object code. First we check if JSON node has book ID, then we will says this book ID JSON dot watch book ID as true and checking this ID is valid or not using the optional class optional books books optional books repository dot find by ID. I just passing the book ID. This is wrong. And then checking if books dot is empty, then returning the response dot with status is error and the response dot with in message invalid index ID and returning the response. In the else case, before that books in the else case if it is valid then we will get books optional books dot get. In the else part, if it is there is no any book ID present, then we are going to create a books into new object. And then finally we are going to set the value books dot set author with JSON dot of author then JSON dot set author as text or null. And then books dot set categories and then title books set title and books dot set publisher publisher, and then we have also bookstore set total copies, total copies, and this is the integer then as a integer. And last one, set available copies, available copies as a int. And finally, we are going to save in our database with stop save. Let's finally we have completed this, and finally we are going to return the response. Response dot with strategies success dot put in message we are going to books data created or updated successfully. And finally, we are going to return the response. So I think everything is fine now. And then we are going to restart the application. It is now running. Yes, the Tomcat is started on port 8080, and we have to test this APIs. API slash book slash code. Just moving to the Postman, and this is the post API. Just select the post and API books, and and then we have to add the data. And I already prepared some data for this. So just I copy all data. I just click on the send button, sending request, uh, localhost slash cpu slash update, send button or not found, not found. API slash books. Okay, okay, this is another books. Just to data is inserted now. Just we can cross verify from the database. MySQL database library. Yeah, this the first data in a certain database. I'm going to insert some more data, and here this one is I need to insert this also. This one is also done, and this one is also done. 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 Yes, this one is also done. I sorted total 8 data. Yes, all 8 data in one certain database. So basically, I'm creating a different author I'm taking and category based on the fiction, drama, romance, fiction. So I'm going to create our API as well. We can creating the API search, find by category, find by author, this kind of. That's why I'm creating this so many data. And then in the update also, for example, in this one, okay, so this one is the books ID. Okay. In the update API, I want to update in the skin bond, the face in a dark. We have total 5 copies, but I want to change to 6 copies. I'm going to update these APIs. 6 and 6. Previously, we have five available copies and 5 total copies. Now it is updated, refreshing the data. Now it is changed to 6. So our init API and update API is working fine. And we are going to create another API called get mapping and get all. In this API, we are fetching all the books which are available in our database. And public JSON node get all books and just return book service get all book. Since get all books method is not available in book service, first we are going to create this and here return object mapper value to tree just for the books repository dot find all. Uh, Here this is the wrong method. I need to list of books list book repository dot find all, and then object method key to value, and then pass which list. No, no, value to tree. Yeah, this one is the correct. So basically, this will find all. Basically, will fetch all the data from the database and will give the data. And finally, from the object dot map file, object mapper dot value quickly, you directly convert to JSON. So finally, this API is also completed, and again we are going to rerun our application and test this API. And now it is running now. It is taking some time. Finally, the Tomcat is started on 48080, and the URL of this will be slash API slash get all. Here we are going to test this API. This is the get mapping and get all. Yes, this API is working fine, and we get all the data which are available in our database. Book ID 13349. And I think uh, the update API is not working properly. Books ID. Uh, and here we have the okay, we pass the book ID. That's why it is created the other. There is a books ID need to be given. In the JSON, we given the books ID, and here we just mention book ID. That's why they are creating a new insertion. Instead of updating this file, they just created a 66. I'm going to update this 81 to 66. Previously it was 55. I'm going to restart this. And I'm rerunning my application now. There is a slightly mistake we done. Instead of books ID, we given book ID. So that's why the fields not match. That's why they created the new insertion in database. So now it is started, and the book ID we have 66 now updated, and the database it is 5. I am going to change this available copies 6 and total copies 6. And this people to send button, and replacing. Now it is changed to 66. Now these two APIs working clear and get on. In the coming video, we are going to create a get by ID, delete, and some other kind of APIs. Get by category, get by author, kind of API. Okay, so thank you so much for watching this video. If you didn't subscribe my channel, please subscribe my channel, like comment and share. Thank you so much.